Hello, this is Node.js Masterclass homework assignment number 4. This homework is to build the admin CLI for the pizza delivery application. In this code base, index requires CLI module. Initializing app calls to start the CLI app by calling cli.init function. CLI module has the functionalities related to admin related tasks. First, it requires Node.js modules. From event module, we create our own class event. From this own class event, instantiate event object, require data helpers and logs module, instantiate CLI module object, get the base directory of .data. This is the place where we store data related to pizza delivery application. CLI.init function, first it send the start message in dark blue in console. Then readline.create interface creates an interface for user to input to the CLI and output something in the CLI. Prompt message gives a space for user to input. First, initialize prompt. In, it calls by calling interface.prompt function. Line event emits when user press enter or return. Bind to line event. It calls CLI.process input function with input string, and after completing this function, again initialize the prompt for next input. If user stops the CLI by, then it emits close event. Close event listens. Uh, Interface.onClose will kill the associated process. Process input function takes string input. If string input is valid, then there are set of commands. Compare the string input with the set of commands in the given commands array. If match found, then emit an event matching the unique input and include the full string given by the user. Return true. If match is not found, output message that there is no matching record found for the given input. Listening to user events calls CLI responders object functions. Let's say exit event calls CLI.responders exit function. This function calls process.exit to kill the associated process. Let's see node index. The CLI is running, and if I type exit, it logs out of the application. Help event calls CLI.responders help function. Also, the man event calls the same function. This function gives list of CLI commands and its explanation. Uh, these are the commands: exit, help, man, stats, get statics on the underlying operating system and resource utilization, list menu, more menu info. It takes an input parameter. List order, show a list of orders placed in the last 24 hours. More order info takes order ID to show details of a specific order. List users, show a list of registered users who have signed up in the last 24 hours. More user info takes user email as parameter. Show details of the specific user. List logs and more log info with file name. Uh, gives list of all the log files and show details of a specified log file. CLI.horizontal line function creates a horizontal line across the screen. Then CLI.centered manual prints the manual word center of the screen. Then again it calls CLI.horizontal line and adds two vertical spaces. For each commands, get the key, add the key and value. This command shows the command and the explanation in white and yellow respectively. And let's start the app. Node index, help command. You can see the manual, the list of commands. If I type man, result is same. Horizontal line function creates a horizontal line across the screen. It takes the width of the screen and creates a line. Vertical space function takes number of lines and adds those vertical spaces uh, on the screen. Vertical space function takes number of lines and add vertical spaces on the screen. CLI.centered function takes string argument, get the available screen size, calculate the left padding, and put spaces to create a align, centered align text. Event stats shows statistic on the underlying operating system and resource utilizations. This event calls CLI.responders stats function. This function compile this function compiles an object of stats. Uh, it uses a Node.js OS module, V8 module to get the stat data and display that stat data like we displayed the manual or help content. You can see if I type stats, it gives the system statistics. Next command, list menu. It shows a list of current menu items. List menu calls CLI.responders list menu function. This function takes pizza menu items and display in the CLI. So can list menu function read data from pizza menu file, get the menu data, loop through the menu data, and display data in the CLI. Can see list menu. It gives the list of menu items. Each item has ID, name, description, type, and prices. More menu info with parameter item ID show a details of a specific menu item. This event calls CLI responders more menu info with input string. Split the string and get the item ID from input string. Read data for the given item ID and output JSON data in the CLI. You can type more menu info 001. You don't have 1010. Okay, I've done a mistake. More if I type more menu info 009, it gives the next item. List orders event gives a list of orders placed within last 24 hours. It calls CLI.responders list orders. This function get the current time in millisecond and get the end time, that is 24 hours before the current time. Read data from orders directory. For each order ID, get file statistics. From statistics data, get file created time in milliseconds. Get the order placed in the last 24 hours by comparing this file created time with current time and the end time. Read data from orders and output this data in the CLI. So the command list orders. Can write list orders. It gives the list of orders placed within the last 24 hours. There are 3 orders. You can view details of a specific order by giving the uh, command more order info with the parameter order ID. More order info event calls uh, responders more order info with input string. Get the order ID in, from input string. Read data for the given order ID. Get the card details. Append card data to the order data and display order data JSON data in the CLI. We can take this order, more order info, info. So this is the JSON object of order data. It has ID, email, the cart details, and the cart total. Next we have list users command. It shows a list of registered users who have signed up in the last 24 hours. List users event calls responders list users. This function get the current time in milliseconds and the end time, that is 24 hours before the current time. Read data from users directory, get user IDs. For each user ID, get the file statistics. From this statistics data, get the file created time in milliseconds. Compare the time, file creation time with current time now and end time to get users signed up in the last 24 hours. Read user data, delete hash password, and output data in the CLI. Can use list users command. You can see there are 3 users registered within last 24 hours. Next command, more user info, parameter user email. It gives details of a specific user. More user info event calls responders more user info with input string. More user info function uh, from the input, get the email from string input, get user data from users directory for the given email, delete user data hash password, and get user data. If cart ID is valid, then get card details and display JSON data in the console. You can go. This gives the details of a specific user. I can change username. Next we have list logs uh, command. List logs event calls CLI.responders list logs function. This function gives the log file uh, names. List logs. Here you can see list of log file names. More log more log info with the parameter file name show details of a specified uh, log file. More log info event calls CLI.responders more log info function. More log info function get the log file name from string. For the log file name, compressed the log file is a compressed file called decompress function to decompress the file. Decompress log file get the string data, create an array, loop through the array and get JSON string. For each JSON string, uh, convert JSON string to an object. So output result on the CLI. If I use more log info using file name, this is the result. That's the last command in this admin CLI application. Uh, Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching this video.